Hello guys, welcome back to Sun Crypto. In today's content now, we're going to talk about BTC. We're also going to talk about the Ethereum, Litecoin, EOS, Bitcoin Cash, BNB, Ethereum Classic, Land, and all of those basically alt, right? So before we get started, make sure to hit the likes. Make sure to basically join our public Telegram group, and join our premium group also. If you want to join my premium group, make sure to send a message, and I'm gonna send you the link to the Telegram group. So now let's talk about BTC here and what we talked about last time when we got this dump live, right? We caught this dump live before the pump, and we said it is pretty much similar to our previous dump we got right there, right? You guys notice it right here, okay? So we got this flighty correction right here, this pump and this dump, and what we said, price gonna drop back down and retest at least 50% of the wick, right here, okay? So retest 50% of the wick, and then we basically looking for another move to the upside. We said do not short it right here, right? So if you take a look at it, what we're doing right now, it is basically the same move, okay? So price came back down on the lower degree, okay, because the dump was an hourly chart, right? So you have to basically check the dump on the hourly basis, right? So we take a look at it, we pumped it upside and came back right back, okay? Retest 50% of the wick, right there, okay? So, and we talk about this live, and what you're looking for after that, you're looking for another move to the upside, okay? We're looking for this move to the upside. So we just hit like 0.618. Let's double check. We just hit 0.618. So I'm looking for this move to the upside up to basically so 0.618 is just about like on Bitstamp, okay? It is roughly around like 11.5. So I was looking for 11.550, but we did not hit 11.550. So we was dropping. I was like, okay, if we pump back up to 11.450, I'm gonna close 50% of my position. But it just kind of like a pullback in a bull flag mode. So we got a support right there. As you can see, we got a nice support right there. So the bulls just have to basically keep this level very strong, at least for the for the next trading candles, right? So we can basically try to pump back up to like a 11.750 range, okay? Do not want to put a price tag, but just look for like a 0.786, which is just about like 11.750, right? So that's what we're looking for. But it's not going to be easy to break this area, because one thing you just have to remember, I said it like a couple of days ago, and I said moon boys, they love 0.618. As you can see, once again, 0.618 got rejected. But I was a little bit greedy, and I was like, oh, okay, I can basically shoot it up to basically 0.786. But I already know, because I explained to you guys the other day, and I was like, be cautious, because once we hit like 0.618, price can dip back down, okay? It can dip and then go back up to 0.786. We talked about it live when Bitcoin was right there, not even right here. So that's when we started talking about it. So what I'm thinking is like, we're still looking good, right? Bulls can basically lose momentum, and bears can take control all the way down to 0.618 again on the downside, right? 0.618 on the downside, which is basically right there, right? Swing low to swing high. Let me just remove this one, and then 0.618 going to be just about like a 10.9. So dropping back down to 10.9, right, and then going back up to 0.786 is also a very probable setup, right? So since I long it like 11,150 range, right? So we'll just put a stop loss, and in case like we get kicked out, we just look for another long right here. But the thing with this structure is like, if your stop loss get hit, you might be you might be paying some fees. So best thing to do, right, is like take 10% out and then put stop loss at entry, because you're not sure, okay? Price can get support right there, you're just not sure, and you don't want to get out too soon and then price just reverse from this area. You're gonna be like, oh, I should have waited, right? Because we can get this reversal from this point, or we can get the reversal from this point. You just don't know, right? You're just not 100% sure, right? So best thing to do, take 10% out right? And then let the rest just do the work, so you don't have to worry too much because you're already in profits, right? So if you can get the chance to push back up, great. If not, it kicks you out, you know what to do next afterward, right? So volume is kind of low, so the probability of BTC basically reversing back up is kind of good, but that is just a short-term analysis, right? That's just a short-term analysis. You're running on time. You're on time. Thanks a lot, K for Liberty. Are we going to capitulate? Let's just focus on the lower degree, because this range could basically last for this entire week, right? So instead of basically talking about like big capitulation, it could be a very boring week where we're just gonna be trading sideways and all of that good stuff, right? So it is for us to basically strategize and see like how we can be profitable while BTC is moving sideways. It is going to be very, very choppy, but if you get a good strategy, you could basically you could have anticipated this move. Okay, I sent the setup this morning, and I was like, okay, we're gonna be looking for this move right before the pump to the upside. BTC was like 11.2, so I was like, let's jump it at 11.150. It dropped back down to 11.120, something like that, and then basically give us a reversal. So now let's take a look at the daily time frame. We don't have enough data after the big dump, so we just have to wait, because like I said, this move can be this, okay, on the daily. You see what I'm saying? It can even go all the way up to like 11.8. Just retest the closing basis, just to retest this closing base right there, 11.820, before basically giving us a big trouble. As you can see, back then, 12K area, we got a big rejection right there. As you can see, we got big rejection, but guess what? Price did go all the way back up 50% of the week, as we said, right? 50% of the, but this time we don't have a week, so we just have to be very, very, very cautious over the next trading session to basically try to anticipate like a not try to FOMO, or basically calling for a big dump and then market basically just retest like a 12.1, 12.2 area. Hey, what's up, Craig in the house? Hey, thanks a lot, Duper Delight. So ERD, hold on. So let's take a look at the weekly time frame. Weekly basis, we bulls still in control, guys. So one thing the bears have to do is like just try to avoid like BTC closing above 11.7, right? Price can go all the way up to like a 12K, but before Sunday night, right, they have to basically give us another rejection. Okay, the bulls, if they want to keep up the momentum, they have to basically close above basically 11.7. If like we can close above 11.7, that's going to be great. Okay, it might not be the greatest close ever, right, but it is going to be a strong signal for the bulls. Okay, most people are going to be especially those people who bought the dip, right, like at 11.5, right? So in my premium group, we said it like when it was going up, I was like, let's just wait for 11.7 to 11.9 range and have a put some long position in that range. Okay, so it dumped right down to like 11.7 to 11.9, even down like to 11.5, right? But when market is very strong, most people don't think like market gonna drop. They're just gonna think like market gonna keeps going up forever, which is basically very, very, very very FOMO, right? So this area, we just have to basically not close above it on a weekly basis. For the bears. For the bulls, man, they're gonna look very good. They're gonna look very, very good. And on top of that, if we go back to the trend line, we said if we close above this trend line, this diagonal trend line, dated since like started since late October early November, right? You got rejected right at this trend line. So closing above this 11.7 going to be great, but have to basically go above this trend line. Okay, have to go above this trend line. Have to go above it. And what I'm thinking is like, even if we get if we get a close above this trend line, we can stay above it at least for 2 weeks, just like what happened back in like 2019. As you can see, first time we retested it, we got rejected, and all of a sudden we closed, bang bang bang. Okay, what I mean at least 2 weeks mean like 2 weeks of highs, right? 1, 2, 3, actually 3 weeks above it. So we're gonna need to basically gonna do that, but we don't want to basically close above it right there and the very next week make a lower high. That's not going to be very, very convincing in term of basically, oh, it's dumping. You see, let's go back to the lower degree. Let's go back to the lower. On Bybit it is 11, it hit like 11.2. Let's go back on Bybit. That's Bitstamp. Oh gosh, dump. Don't dump. Oh, it's dumping. Oh gosh, look at it. BTC love to dump, and I'm like, oh man, let's do this. Dump. So Moon Boys love 0.618, so they shorted at 0.618. Yeah, REN been pumping. Let's check 15 minutes right now. Oops, dump, right? So as you can see right there, yep, 11,165. Okay, on Bybit, that's good. So as you can see right there, okay, it seems like we're gonna drop back lower. We got 0.618 at 11.9 basically. Okay, 0.618. That's what we just started talking about, right? That's what we just started talking about before it dumps, right? We just said like we just have to be cautious, because if we lose basically this range of 11,250 range, which was like support, Moon Boys love 0.618. They're gonna basically even look for this 0.786, which is like 10,750. That's also very probable, right? For you cannot just ignore any of these fib retracements. You just have to wait for a reversal. If like we get kicked out right there, right? 11,150, right? We just have to basically wait for a reversal, another reversal. But 0.786 once again is just about that 11,750. But another good sign is like our side basically just got oversold, right? And we're still looking good on our MACD. Still, not so bad. MACD is not looking bad. It is basically dumping, but it is still okay. It is high enough. But our side just basically need to basically give us on 15 minutes, give us a divergence, which means this can still do this. So we have to be prepared for that. Oh, the trend left. What's up, YJ? REN is pumping. Okay. Yep, we just pumped back up to 11.2, basically 4.6. That's good. We did not hit 11,150, 11,160.5. So that's pretty close, right? But it is most likely going to it has a good chance to hit it. So let's take a look at Ethereum. Ethereum might be doing something crazy, right? before we talk about REN dash 87. And compound still dumping 127. Let's take a look at Ethereum on Binance. So Ethereum on Binance kind of overextended. If you basically compare it to BTC, it seems like it pumped all the way up to 0.786. Let's check it on the hourly. Yeah, that's a typical bear flag for Ethereum. So you got, yep, Ethereum pumped back up to 0.786. Kind of a very strong push. But we got 0.888. If we get another push, which is like 405. So 405 to just about like double top 415, going to be a good resistance for the bears to be to be striking, because they already strike very hard just about at a 0.786, right? But if the bulls want to be very resilient, right, the bears can strike again right there. So that's the level you want to be watching over the next few hours at least. If you short it right there, if you're a bear and you short it right there exactly at 0.786, 395, right, up in plus minus one or so, right, and then basically you put a stop loss, and then it just reverse on you and basically take you out. You just have to basically look for another one right there, right? Because I really don't want to be long in it from this level of 0.786, knowing like we're very close to the top and volatility could be high and we could be double bottoming right there. Okay, but it is a short-term trade. If you like paying attention to the weekly and all of that good stuff, this might just be a noise, okay? Because weekly on Ethereum, we just don't have enough like strength to basically say like we're going to be reversing. You see what I'm saying? The weekly is still strong. It is still strong, so we just have to wait for a bearish weekly candle to start like saying, hey, Ethereum going to reverse. But most people are going to be like, oh, I shorted at 414, 420, blah blah blah, right? But you can short now, but you just don't have enough on a weekly basis. You just don't have a signal. You got the pattern, but you don't have a signal yet. Lower degree, you could possibly starting to find some signals, right? Double top formation, stuff like that. But if you're a longer term trader, right, yeah, it might not be the on a weekly basis. On a daily, you could make a good argument. Big sell volume, big tail, big wick, small body, most likely going to come back down, retest the 340, 350, so just be cautious. If you're basically a long-term trader, you still need to wait. But a short-term trader wouldn't care. Gonna be short in this cycle right there, right there. Anyway, which is 50% of the week. If you take a look at it on a 6-hour time frame, right, came back, retest 50% of the this week right there. You see, 50% of it. So can it pump 75% of it? Yes, right there, which is like a 4 or 5 range. So this area going to be a bad territory. Wouldn't be long in it in this area until basically you see a clean breakout or something like that, right? But bad territory, 390 to 405, they're going to be striking. Another good sign is like we still don't have a divergence yet on MACD 6-hour, and we need this crossover. We need another crossover and double crossover. So it means like Ethereum going to be very, very volatile over the next few trading sessions, right? It is going to be very, 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 very volatile, right? So let's keep that in mind. It is going to be volatile in this range as long as we get the 6-hour MACD playing around this area. We could be looking for a basically high volatility range right there. Yeah, no clear signal yet, right? So So let's go ahead and take a look at alt. Hey, what's up, Mephisto 666 in the house? Hey, what's up, MJ? Hey, J Foot in the house. We're gonna talk about King XRP, of course. Marcia Saeed. Hey, what's up, Saeed? Thanks a lot for tuning in. Oh man, I didn't draw that. That is glasses. Oh, man, yeah, man. I don't know what's wrong with you. So let's go ahead and take a look at King XRP. All right. So King XRP looking very strong, guys. But one thing we just have to keep in mind, right, is we above 31 cents, but I'm not concerned about XRP lower degree. Once again, right, I'm only concerned about XRP higher time frame. So you guys remember when we were talking about XRP 71 cents, XRP 80 cents, right? That push to the upside we were looking for, right? We could get it, but XRP has to stay above, let's go ahead and check it on the monthly basis, right? On a monthly basis, we just have to stay above the monthly 21 EMA. Okay, that's what I'm basically more concerned about, right? So it doesn't matter how high we can go, right? Yes, if you go to 70 cents, that's great, right? So but however, we cannot go to 45, 50 cents and drop right back down to below the 21 EMA. Right now, if you take a look at it on your on the right side right there, it is 28 cents. So we just have to stay. I don't care about what we do above 28. We just need to close over the next 27 days, have to trade above it, regardless how high volatility going to be. I've been saying it since last September. Okay, I've been saying it since September, right there, right here. Okay, I was this push right there, that was right there. Okay, this push, I was we need to push higher and try to close above this 21 EMA, because that time 21 EMA was 37. I was okay, if we close above it, it'll be beautiful. February, we push above it, could not close. Right now we closed above weekly. We took the long, right, weekly 21 EMA just by 20 cents. We didn't even wait for the monthly, right, because that was a shorter term analysis, right there, right, 20 cents. We dipped back down to it. We said, guys, let's take it. Okay, we took it all the way up to 31 cents, right? So now what are we looking for? That was a long position, right? So you already made over 50% gain just right here from 20.05, right, to 31 cents. That's almost 48, and most people basically leverage XRP at least a 2x, right, 2 to 3x. You're looking at 120% gain, right, if you multiply by 3, 150, right, something like that, right? So what we need to do, we just have to stay above this 100 EMA on the weekly, at least, right, on the weekly, or 200 EMA on the monthly, whichever you're comfortable with, right? So let's just try to do that over the next few trading sessions, and we can see if we can eliminate this bearish setup, because that's a bearish setup. Okay, this is a bearish setup, so it can easily come back down here, give us a double bottom, right? And then we're gonna see if this head and shoulder pattern formation gonna play out, or it could just be another fake out to get closer to the trend line and give us this move to the upside, right? But that's what I'm concerned about. That's why I'm concerned about XRP. Looks great, but have to basically, they just bulls have to basically maintain a price above 28 for the rest of the month. Right, that's it. That's all I'm asking for. That's all I'm asking for, nothing else. Lower degree might be choppy. I don't have any setup for XRP for lower degree, but if you take a look at lower degree, that's a bear trap right there. So don't mess with this. This is gonna come back down. Okay, don't mess with it. It is coming back down. Okay, it is coming back down. So it is just a matter of time. Can it pump higher? Absolutely. Remember, a flatty is always, you can get expanded or you can get regular. What I mean by that, you can get a pump to the upside, that's your bullish momentum, right? and then after that your correction gonna look like this, right? A sharp drop, right? And then you're gonna get this V-shaped recovery. Okay, the V-shaped recovery, it can be double tap or it can pump higher, right? Once it pump higher, you're gonna expect this move, right? You expect this move. So that's what I'm saying. This move, this range is a bear territory. Okay, if you bearish, we already at 0.76. It looks like it, right? Just like a Ethereum, right? But we can double check. So we won't play a guessing game. But I don't have any setup for XRP lower degree. That is actually 0.888, right? That's what we just talked about regarding Ethereum, right? Ethereum got rejected at 0.786. We said 0.888 to the top. You can see XRP 0.888. So no sign of reversal all along this bullish uptrend. So if you bought the dip and you basically short-term trading, not telling you to sell or buy, but what I'm saying is we got a very good chance, right, to basically retest like even 27. Okay, even 27 double bottom. Can it go higher? Yes, like I showed you right here, right? Like I showed you right there. What's up, Alonzo? Yeah, those three-way move on the MACD gonna take forever because that's a 6-hour time frame. Just like BTC, we basically talk about it on BTC when BTC 6-hour bearish crossover came out, right? Just like a couple days ago, we said I'm not bearish on BTC on a lower degree on a 6-hour. That's why we basically were long in it, right? Like just be cautious. Okay. Let's do this. 6-hour, right? 6-hour MACD right there. That's the type of structure I was saying. I was saying this move, right, can be a what? Can be a flat because we were expecting a flat correction, right? So we said even though we got the crossover right there on the 30th, right? Let's double check. Right there. I was like, since we're expecting a flat correction, right? Let's not be bearish because a flat correction is a continuation pattern. We said just be cautious because this move could basically drop and retest 50% of this week, right? And then do this. So that's why I was saying do not be bearish on this range. Okay, that's why we basically stay on long position and just take it to the upside. And you can see like we got the double cross, that double crossover I was showing you on Ethereum. That's what I was trying to draw right there, but this guy thinking like it was something else. It was just trying to say, hey, be cautious. Okay, we can do this, right there. You can get a smiley face, right? So that's an ugly one, but you get the concept, right? You get the concept. So big bearish engulfing 6-hour, but low volume. Okay, it's gonna close in 2 hours, so volatility could be very low from now on, and then we're gonna try to retest. Because if BTC tries to retest 0.786, most likely Ethereum gonna try to retest 405, right? Because Ethereum already retested 0.786. So if BTC retests like 0.786, Ethereum gonna have to retest like 0.888, or basically try to double tap, right? So now let's take a look at alt. We on REN, right? REN BTC REN. So REN is 10% up versus BTC. Most alt today basically he caught it. Somebody Kerwin in our group basically caught these double bottoms. But I don't day trade alt, right? So but he was looking at like I think hourly or 4 hour. But after I checked like the 6-hour time frame, beautiful divergence, just like algo is doing the same thing. So we call him for algo breakout, right? So Qdom did the same thing also. Kerwin caught it, right? So you can see like bang, that's an easy call, okay? But the hardest thing is like where you're gonna be looking for a target. That's the hardest thing, right? So sometimes you can either look for a double tap right there, right? and a continuation, right? That's very possible. Just like a VeChain. VeChain basically did the same thing, right? Let's do this. Okay, you can see sometimes it is hard to tell, right? I'm gonna show you the pattern, the same pattern, but one broke out, the other one did not break out, right? So sometimes you don't understand why markets love to do it, right? But with experience, sometimes you can anticipate it, right? But even if you can catch them like 50% out of time, they're still pretty good, right? Let me do this. Let me add the MACD for VeChain. And let me add the RSI for VeChain. Okay, so when you take a look at VeChain right there, okay, same setup, same exact setup, right? Yeah, 1, 2, and 3, right? So you would have expect like this move to go high because everything is pretty clean. You got both on your MACD, you got this divergence, right? You got this divergence, and then your RSI also got the divergence. Same thing we make it right there, but this one is just overextended, right? Same thing, okay, same thing, same exact thing. And then basically, but on VeChain we were expecting this drop, so just be cautious. I think like it is just a correction. You're still going to be coming back down, right? You're still going to be coming back down to retest this area of just about like a 1600 sats, right? So I would be just cautious in that area and look for a retest of 1600 sats. So another move also, you can see like VeChain also did it right there. Okay, on the low degree it might be better to check it on the low degree. So this one played out perfectly. As you can see, we got this divergence, right? And we got this double bottom right there, and then VeChain just managed to pump to the upside. That's what I'm expecting from Algo. And at the same time, Qdom is also doing the same thing. Qdom BTC. So if you check Qdom BTC on a low degree, but Qdom is doing it in a sort of a WXY correction. So I'm looking for a possible rejection from Qdom right around this area of 24 to 2500, and we could get another nice dip. Okay, so if that's the case, it is going to be by the dip for Qdom right there for another possible reversal to the upside. So if like we can get another rejection from Qdom right there, that'll be nice for another possible pump. But let's see if the bear is going to be strong enough to get a rejection just by like a 2400, and we could easily be buying the dip right there at a 2000 area again. But it is strong enough. Okay, it is strong right now, but a dip going to be very it is going to look very good, because it is going to give you a better divergence on your higher time frame, right? So yeah, PHB is moving a little bit kind of slow though. looking for it to move. I'm holding it, so not moving so far. So still back to the trend line, just about breaking 38 right now. It moves very slow, kind of like a side coin, right? Very slow. Side is below 30 right now. I think SC going to be a good hold for the next few weeks, few months, right? Especially below 30. Hey, what's up, PO? So for most of you guys not interested in stock, most of you guys are crypto people, right? But I showed you guys I was on a long position on NKLA, Nikola, right? NKLA just broke at 20% today, so most of you guys don't care, but in case you are interested about a stock, right? Stocks, we basically trade stocks also. Swing trade, no day trade, none of that good stuff. You just find a good setup, you buy and you wait. You know you're gonna get your 15 to 25%. You just wait for your target and basically get out, stuff like that, right? No need to basically jump in and out and all that good stuff. You take a look at NKLA. I showed you guys previously right there. Our entry was like 31 to 33. Took an entry just about 31.50, double bottom, just like the rest. It is kind of, when you trade crypto for so long, I think like stocks are much easier to trade because you don't have to. Yes, when volatility is high, they're very difficult, right? But what I mean, like it has a low volatility, and you can basically not worry about like losing your money and have to wait like 6 months, 8 months for stuff like that, for market to reverse, stuff like that, right? Most of the time you find a support 50%, 0.618, or you find a breakout on a just like the breakout we took on Virgin Galactic, right around like 16 to $19. I was waiting for it. It was 16, but I just didn't want to buy it in inside a bull flag. Waited for it to break out above 19 and a half. You take it and then all the way up to 27, right? So, but I'm still in that trade, so I'm waiting for like a 28 to a 30. But Nikola, we could definitely hit $40 range, right? I think 39 is good enough if you enter at 31 and a half, right? You're looking at a good percentage gain, right? So right there you're looking at like already 16%. If we pump all the way up to 40, you're looking at almost 30%. For a stock is pretty good. All right, it is very good. Even a 15% is really very good. All right, so let's take a look at a Virgin Galactic, right? So Virgin Galactic still looking very good, right? We're looking for a reversal. We got the three-way move. That's when we basically took the trade, right? I took it too early. Okay, I was FOMOing on this one though, because I was watching it very closely. So it pumped to the upside, right? 19. The next day I was like, okay, let me take it, but it dipped down to the trend line, right? We got the WXY correction, a further move to the upside. This could be only wave number 3. Okay, so nice reversal. It seems like we're gonna go higher. I'm still in the trade, so not doing anything. I saw the volume was decreasing, price was basically correcting. I was like, okay, no need to basically just put stop loss at entry, and basically you don't have to worry too much. So we got the three-way move. The only thing I'm worried about right now is like, let's do this. The only thing I'm worried about is like, are we gonna make a WXY correction? So that's the only thing. What I mean about a WXY correction is like, this move can do this, right, and do this again. You see what I'm saying? So it could basically take forever. But since like the move is pretty impulse, everything is basically a single correction. right? We just can anticipate this move to be just a simple correction, single simple correction, not a triple correction. We just gonna hit our target 0.618, because 0.618 is just about like 30 cents. Okay, 0.786, we can hold it all the way up even like to 35 from entry of 19. That's almost a great 80, you know, some like, let's see, 80% move, almost 90% move, right? So that'll be great. But let's see, I'm still holding it. I like the trade, I like the setup. Unless something crazy happen, you know, you already got a stop loss at entry, you don't have to worry. All right, so yeah, 1 XRP, 2 XRP, 3 XRP. No, I don't like the XRP chart that much, man. I think one chart I like, I don't know. I mean, I like the BTC chart because I'm familiar with the BTC chart. I can basically, you know, even when I'm sleeping, I know the BTC chart, like every single move BTC been making. So I like the BTC chart. I like the BTC chart. So Bitcoin Cash is basically still you know, still holding very tight. Came back down, retest the trend line, right? As you can see right there, and pump back up. So we talked about this, like even when Bitcoin Cash was like at a just about 330, we said it could just dump and retest the trend line. It is going to be okay. But one thing you just have to make sure is like you have to take a profit at 330. Don't try to be greedy and wait for the maximum profit. Halfway through, you should be at least halfway out. Halfway through, halfway out. Just have to think about it like that, you know. So don't try to wait for the final target, because especially when you're longing, I keep saying it, when you're a bull and you long in the market, right? The asset is going up, you're still okay, you're holding the asset and you're long in it, you're making like triple, quadruple your money, right? Because you're not just holding it, you multiply your money by 2 or 3. Okay, so you don't really have to multiply your money by yes, you want to multiply your money by 10, right? But you really don't have to basically be greedy and try to multiply your money by 100 and all of that good stuff, right? So unless you got $1 and you're trying to do 100x stuff like that. But if you get in a normal portfolio, depending on your situation, you don't need to basically do 100x. I mean, I think like 3x to 5x max is good enough if you want to stay long in this market. Otherwise, you see, I mean, you've seen what happened, like you know, over the last few days, right? High volatility, 1,500 points drop in like 15 minutes. That's crazy, man. That's crazy. If you do anything more than 10%, 10x, you're done, and you didn't have a stop loss. But 2x, 1x, you don't, I mean, I'm not saying not to put stop loss, but you can put your stop loss somewhere safe, right? Somewhere safe. Thanks a lot, Fernandez. So let's check out BNB. BNB, I was very aggressive on BNB, looking for 27. It dipped down. It is still pushing to the upside. So it still got some momentum on the 2-day chart. So we're still looking for 27. So it just broke like 22. So let's see if like we can keep up the momentum and push to basically 27, right? Because BNB doesn't care about BTC. It can excuse me, BNB doesn't care about BTC. Sometimes BTC can dump and BNB can be pumping to the upside. We at resistance right now at 21.5 to 22, trying to break it. It can definitely basically you know, hit 27, but let's see. All right, let's see if we can pump all the way up there. Not necessarily. You can sometimes Ethereum can give you a clue, like before the dump, like when Ethereum giving you a bearish pattern. A bearish pattern doesn't always mean it doesn't mean like a selling pressure is a bearish pattern. Sometimes a strong uptrend is also a bearish pattern. I showed you many times, right? Sometimes you can see like Ethereum pumping hard just to create a flat correction, right? And BC is not doing anything, right? So let me show you what I mean. But those bearish patterns, you cannot find them on the higher time frame, right? Like this type of pattern, these type of pattern are pretty much bearish patterns, right? So, but BC might just be moving sideways. Okay, Ethereum just gonna take off, right? You're gonna be like, it's gonna be coming back down. So BC is gonna be coming back down, stuff like that, right? So you got another move right there. You got a 1, 2, 3. You got 1, 2, 3. Ethereum gonna come back down. Okay, it is gonna come back down. But BTC might not be doing anything, right? So that's also another bearish pattern, right? So, but Ethereum just went down all the way down to 330. Whoa, look at it. All the way down to 330. So I don't think Ether 2.0 is out yet. It might be yeah, you say testnet. So let's see. Because Ether 2.0, we don't know when it's gonna come out. It could be, it could be some years, right? I'm not sure. Don't quote me on that. But just like Chainlink, most people are FOMOing on Chainlink, right? But when are we gonna be able to start like staking, right? Nobody knows, right? So nobody knows. Nobody knows. Nobody knows. Let's take a look at the dollar. The dollar, we talked about the dollar regarding I think we talked about it like Saturday night, something like that, right? Last time we were live streaming, we said the dollar, we wanted to drop back down. It can drop all the way down to 786, right? 0.786. Okay, not 786, but 0.786, which is right there. If it is bearish enough, okay. If it's not that bearish, it can just find support anywhere around like 0.618 to 50% pullback, right? So if not, that's right now it is just correcting all this move right there since like over the last, let's say 48 hours. It is just correction. Okay, it is just correction. It can make a double correction. It can pump back up, drop back down. Okay, give us this double correction, and everybody gonna be like, okay, if we break this area, we're gonna be going down deep. Okay, so I wouldn't be trading it in this range, and just wait. You got maximum resistance right there, you got minimum support right there, so just watch it. Or you want to play the support and resistance type of stuff, you can do it like that, right? Support, resistance, get your flat correction right there, and we could either look for this move. If the correction is long enough, we're going up. If it is short enough, we just going down, right? Okay, just going down right there to a 0.786. That's very possible, because on the higher time frame, we basically got a nice let's check the 6 hour, check the daily. Daily doesn't have any divergence so far, so it means we're gonna need to create some divergence, right? Either on our basically RSI or basically MACD, because we don't have any. Both of these indicators are basically facing down, so nothing is basically concrete right now. The dollar gonna be going up. That's why we need to basically create higher right here, and then drop back down, and then retest it, and MACD RSI gonna do this, and then do that, and then this is gonna get the crossover, get the cross down, but do not break the low, right? So we're gonna look for a further move. So the dollar got a long way to go, basically before like giving us a strong uptrend, right? So unless we get a V-shape, you know, type of a recovery like this, okay, that's possible, but I don't it's not something like I'm expecting. All right, if it comes, great, but I'm not basically sitting tight, relax, and try to expect a strong push on the dollar, you know, out of nowhere, okay, up to like 97. Hey, what's up, Sweet Canary in the house? Senator Crypto. Will we ever be able to buy Ethereum at $1 or something like that? I don't know, man. Let's see. Market is volatile enough, right? Macro scale, we talk about it. Ethereum, I don't want to talk about the macro scale because most people are going to be very bearish, because we know the macro scale is bearish, okay, for Ethereum. I said it, right? But I don't want to focus on it right now because most of you guys gonna be like, oh, I'm shorting Ethereum down to $50 and all of that good stuff, right? So, but that's a macro scale. It could take like 6 to 9 months, okay, even 1 year to basically hit those targets. It is not something you want to sit tight, relax, enjoy the, you know, and watching movies and watching Ethereum dumping, all of that, right? So just have to basically be cautious with that, right? Because you know, I'm a macro guy, right? So I like the macro thing, right? So Ethereum, it is a clean, okay, it is a clean double top, right? Like, you know, you got impulse, that's monthly impulse, push, drop, push, that's you know, it is a flat correction. It can go higher. That's what I'm saying. You sit right here waiting for Ethereum to drop right now. It might not be the case, okay? We just have to wait for a bearish signal right there, and we know what we're expecting next. We're expecting this move. This move could be a possible triple bottom, or it could break the low right there and retest, you know, 50%. I mean, actually 0.618, because right there it's 50%, okay? Because why we just have to be cautious is like, if like we're gonna break like $80, we're not gonna break $80, $90, Ethereum just to retest, you know, 75. You see what I'm saying? If we're gonna break it, we're gonna break it strongly. We're not gonna break it just to retest 75, 71 by like a 10%. It could drop below this trend line like a 30, 40, 50%, just like what happened back to BTC back in you know, 6K area. When we broke 6K, you guys know the story, okay? We dropped more than 50%, okay, from like 64 all the way down to 3100, right? So similar, okay, same thing. But however, okay, you just have to be cautious. It is a what? It is a bearish setup. I just showed you what? I just showed you REN, and I just showed you what? I showed you VChain, right? Same setup, all right? That, let's go back, because it is interesting right now, right? You can see that's VChain, right? You can see the setup we got right there after the impulse move to the downside. Right there, we got this move and we got the capitulation down. But however, take a look at this one. We got the same setup, but it was overextended. Okay, it was overextended, but it still came back down. And I'm gonna show you REN also, right? We just talked, all of this stuff are pretty much live, and you just asked me about REN, right? Right? So you just have to be cautious, because I just showed you like these moves, right? You can get it 1, 2, and 3. Your expectation is like it's gonna drop, but guess what happened right here? We got an overextended move. Okay, got an overextended move from this bearish pattern right there. So that's my only concern. Can Ethereum break this area and keep just going? That's also possible, right? But macro scale, this works like, I would say like 70 to 75% it has a 75% chance to basically play out. Okay, so it has a 75% chance to play out. But let's see. Okay, I can show you like I showed you multiple patterns regarding this. Okay, and it is not something new. Like I talk about it January, first week of January. You go back. Let me see if I can find a link. Okay, you go back to let's talk about this structure back in January, first week of January, when Ethereum was like, Ethereum did not even like, you know, Ethereum was like 130, right? And I was like $300 Ethereum, right? So it's not like I'm just overall bearish. Ethereum was right there, okay? Ethereum was right there, okay? And I was like, we're gonna drop, right? We're gonna pump. But guess what? We did not drop straight down, right? We did not drop. We pumped 3 months before dropping down to the low, you know, low 190 to a $80 range. Okay, so just have to be very cautious. I'm gonna put a link of it in the chat room so you guys can go and check it out, so you see what I'm talking about, because it won't make sense if you don't understand what's going on when I talk about it back in January. Okay, and I intentionally basically made a video regarding this structure because I was very confident, right? Ethereum going to be pushing back up to $300. Why $300? Because I was not, why not 400? Because I was going by closing basis right there and right there. Okay, I was like anything around $100 for Ethereum going to be very bullish up to like a 300. Closing basis right there, we closed above it on the monthly, so now that's bullish. So we just have to wait to see if this, you know, move going to play out. Okay, because we broke this area. Next closing basis for Ethereum going to be almost like $700 resistance, right on a monthly basis. But we got multiple resistances on a lower degree, but on a monthly basis, that's my only concern right now. Even though what I was looking for, we basically getting it. Let's just see. Okay, we're gonna need a strong reversal from this area. Okay, we're gonna need a strong reversal. Strong reversal, right? So just be cautious, don't sit tight, relax, and you know, waiting for Ethereum $50. It could take a you know, 2, 4, 6, 8, 9, almost 12 months. Okay, this one was June. We topped out at June and we bottom at where, like March, almost 9 months, right? 10 months. So it could take another, but since like this one going to be impulse, it might not take that long. Okay, it might take like maybe 4 or 5 months, right? Who knows? Just speculating, right? Since this one going to be impulse, right? So make sure to basically watch that video so you understand what's going on, right? It's only 5 minutes, okay? I intentionally made it like a 5-minute video so you guys can remember. Because if I basically do it if I had done it like a 10-20 minutes video, you guys won't remember anything, right? You'll be like, oh man, this guy is just talking nonsense. Ethereum will not go to $80. So, all right, guys, I'm just gonna call it a day. I think we talk about, you know, the most important for BTC. We talk about the most important stuff for Ethereum, and you know, BTC is that's a monthly time frame for BTC. Not looking bad. Retested 50% of this week. I was looking for it. We did that already. So let's see. Hopefully it's not going to be a very boring monthly candle, because it is already undecided, right in the middle. Big tail, big wick, small body. So you know, it is already very undecided with this big tail, big wick, small body type of structure. So that's not good at all for the bears, right? But if like we can close above like 12 this month, okay, that's going to be pumpy. Okay, that's going to be pumpy. All right, guys, thanks a lot for watching. I'll talk to you guys later. I might be going live tonight depending on market structure and all of that good stuff. If BC dumps more than 10%, I definitely might be going live. All right, but I don't think we will, so don't count on it. Just put your stop loss and don't try to short it to a halt and all of that good stuff. All right, yes, I'm bearish macro, but the lower degree, we just have to be cautious. We got a resistance up to like a 11.7, 11.8, which is like 0.888 on the lower degree. So just be cautious, try to short it through early. All right, guys, thanks a lot for watching, man. Talk to you guys later.